Hi everyone, welcome to Colouring with Kay and thank you for joining me today. So in this video I am going to do a little colour and chat just to catch up. Two main things I've got to warn you, so if you're not quite into the video where I'm going to be ranting a little bit and sort of venting off, then probably give this video a miss because you know, it's not going to be my usual sort of video, I guess. So yes, mine Research de Europe. I am doing a buddy colour with Lucy Colours 2024 on Instagram, and I've only just recently started it actually. It's this page here that we're doing, which is this lovely sort of log cabin, I guess. It gives me Scandinavian vibes. But anyway, I've done, and you can see it's looking a little bit patchy, so I might blend it out a little bit with some water. But I did use Albert Dürer watercolours, pencils that is. And yeah, let's see if you can blend that out a bit, because I did go over it a little bit. Yeah, look, it is blending out. So I'm not massively happy with the background yet because it's I don't know, it's not as good as I want it to be. I do like the colours, don't get me wrong, I don't hate everything about it. There's rarely anything completely negative that you can say about anything, which is what I'm going to talk about today. And I'm just going to put my 2p worth in. I guess it's good being able to vent off and talk about stuff like on a YouTube video. And, you know, I have to say, the vast majority of guys out there, you are amazing, so supportive, so lovely. And you definitely really make me feel blessed to, you know, be able to share my colouring with you, and sorry for the phone, to share my colouring with you and basically, you know, just communicate as a community, you know, about and sharing this lovely hobby that we have, which is very relaxing. And don't we all need a relaxing hobby in this day and age with so many stresses? So now that I've sort of corrected that, let's get with colouring. I'm just going to use anything really, what pencils I've got out at the moment. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was a comment that I got on my video. And yeah, before I start actually, my manners, right? So I thank you so much for all the lovely comments, and I was going to say, yeah, how are you guys all doing? I'm a bit all over the place because I've got so much going on at work and I've been so mega busy as well. But I'm going to try to settle down now. I'm going to try to relax. And yeah, let's just add a little bit of shading to the grass first. So yeah, the first thing I'm going to talk about, and me trying to multitask isn't that great, especially when it comes to colouring, because I do actually concentrate a lot. But yeah, a comment I got on my most recent video, it's still there, so you can go and have a check if you wish. It's the colouring snippets for November video. So most of your comments are so amazing, and you know, you say it's helpful, and of course I'm open to constructive criticism, that maybe if you showed this bit that would have been more useful, or next time could you do this, that would be helpful. You know, it's just you know, if it's constructive and it's said in a reasonably nice way, then you know, people will take that on board. There's nothing wrong with that, and that's how things should be. But this person, who's also, I realise, because I watch Zoe's videos and Zoe's channel. Let me just get it because I don't want to get it wrong. Zoe's Cozy Colouring, because she did have a different name channel first. But Zoe on YouTube, our Zoe, she does vlogs, which I watch very, very regularly. And she was talking in one of her recent vlogs about a poster. I think it's Brittany Daniels 11 something. And yeah, she's been posting some not so very nice comments. And I just think, why is it necessary to do that? Like, for example, if I go past a video and I'm not enjoying it, or I'm not interested in it, then I'll just click off it and go to another video. I don't need to make that person feel, you know, like, there's just no need, is there? There's no need, unless it's constructive, there's no need to say your 2p worth of something that just makes the other person feel rubbish. It's just, there's no need for it. And like this person wrote on my November snippets, I wish you would get back to doing full colouring inside of doing these fast video colouring snippets, because I learn nothing from them at all. Now, first of all, the vast majority of all the other comments, in fact all the comments that I've read so far, have told me how helpful they are. And it's very rare that something is completely unhelpful. I've never come across a situation or a thing or an object or anything where it's completely 100% negative. It just doesn't exist, right? 100% negative, it just doesn't exist, right? There's always something positive. There's always something positive. Yet this person, it's like they wanted to get their anger out, and they said, I learn nothing from them at all. Well, first of all, I don't believe that you learn nothing from them at all. And that's not having a big ego. That's just saying, I don't think I've ever come across anything in all my years which is 100% not helpful when it comes to YouTube videos. It just very, very rare. But it seemed like she wanted to say that just to, I don't know, be unkind. That's why, just, that's the word. That's the only word I can really think of. Just to be unkind. So I wrote this reply. I'm going to read it out here. That's a shame. By the way, there was someone else who replied back, and I'd just like to say thank you to that person, because they did write that that was a rude comment and that I spent some time making this detailed video and I did a good job. So thank you, Amanda Blackburn, for writing that. I appreciate your support. And then I wrote, that's a shame. I suggest you stop watching my unhelpful videos then, since I learn nothing from your comment apart from how unkind you are, and a person who unfortunately finds only something to complain about from people posting videos instead of anything positive. How about a little appreciation for the time and effort spent making the video initially, as most of us do not do this as a full-time job and it requires considerable amount of effort? Maybe you could start your own channel and show us how it's done, as I am aware you've made unnecessary and unkind comments on other colourist YouTube channels too. Also, if you followed my channel, you'd know I rarely have time to make full colouring videos, so it's rather telling about you as a person that you are quick to write a comment just to be unkind rather than not saying anything at all. So yeah, I hope that was a fair reply, because, I just didn't think there was any need for it. But anyway, it makes me feel a little bit better to be able to come on here and sort of share that sort of thing. And just that, when, this just, some people, they make it their habit to just be unkind when there's just no need. There's just no need. But anyway, you're always going to find people like that in life, I guess. And yeah, sad reality. But anyway, so that was my little comment that I got. I was quite amused by it at first, to be honest, and then I was a little bit annoyed, but then now I'm amused by it again, because I just think, why would you bother? Okay, so what I'm going to do next on this colouring page, I think I'm going to do, let's see, I haven't really thought about colours, but let's make these strange things here like a purple. So how much time have I spent mourning already? 10 minutes. That's quite a lot for me. Okay, so I'm going to do quite a, I don't know, let's start with this little poly. You know, when I'm colouring, I'm always unsure. I'm always unsure about things. I look at it and I think, it's not good enough, it's not good enough. That awful, you know, negative voice in your head that says, oh, it's not good enough. And then as I go along and I colour more and more, it becomes better and better. And then I sort of like it. And usually that happens. So hopefully that'll happen with all my pictures. It's very rare that I come to the end of the page, as in completing it, and you know, I look at it and I think, oh, it's awful. You know, I don't like it at all. Which is my point as well about most things in life, even the really stressful bad things that we go through, even the stressful bad things that we go through, we become stronger as a consequence. So it helps build our character. So I think there's always a positive in everything. I don't know, that comment just said, I don't find it helpful at all. I was just like a little bit, really? But anyway, I'm going to move on from that. Okay, so let's add a little bit of this. You can see I mix up my pencils. I was just using polys and now I'm on to Arteza. So the second thing I was going to talk about, and let me see if I can find it on my iPad actually, is one of Wendy's videos, which was a haul video. Excuse that, sorry. Didn't have the volume off. And I've been meaning to do a colour and chat video about this, but then at that point I hadn't had this poster post a comment. So now I have two things to chat about, which one I've already done. But now to talk about the haul video that Wendy recently released, and she had a few of those simple, you know, the easier colouring books. Now, if you know my channel, if you follow my channel, and if you follow my colouring, you know that I am totally into detailed colouring pages. I just love them, and I'm going to show you, here's a sneak peek coming up. Here is a sneak peek of one that I'm working on, which is this one. I mean, look how detailed that is. Mega detailed. It's absolutely taken me ages. There's so much yet to do. There's all the little bits and bobs, and then there's the background, and then I'm probably going to go back and do some extra shading in places like on the bears. But yeah, it's taken me forever, but you know that I'm really into my detail pages. So those books initially are not my sort of thing. But then I saw Wendy's completed pages, I think it was for October, and they were beautiful, I have to say. The ones that she'd coloured, they were so gorgeous. And you know, you can use your alcohol markers and then pencil on top, because I'm not the sort of person who can really just use the alcohol markers and then just leave it there, because I need that shading for the depth, otherwise I'm not satisfied. So that's just a personal thing. So yeah, when I saw her pages, I'd been thinking about it a little bit as well, thinking maybe I should just try them out. And then when I saw Wendy's pages, I was like, yeah, definitely need to try them out. So I did purchase the, let me have a look, reach it. I did purchase the Love Monsters, which Wendy has got, and she did a beautiful page, and I think she did a flip through as well. And the main reason I got it was because of this page, because obviously science, lab, chemistry. So I got this. And then what I did is I also purchased a few on Etsy because I knew that I'll be put off the Amazon paper. The Love Monsters, unfortunately, wasn't on Etsy, so I couldn't get it. Which is fine because I don't mind. I mean, I need to use my alcohol markers more, and the best way to use my alcohol markers more is to, you know, colour in those sort of books where you've got slightly thicker lines and, you know, more spaces. And the other thing I thought is on Etsy, if I purchase it, I can print it on really good paper, and then I can use watercolour. And watercolour is always good for larger spaces. Well, for me anyway. For larger spaces, I think it's really good. So that's my plan. So I purchased a few from, and these are, I don't really like the really simple ones, like, you know, the bits that are, you know, the ones that are really simple. I don't really go for them. I go for the ones with a little bit more detail and not as thick lines. And I've noticed that Jeanette, is it Jeanette? Jeanette with a J, Veronica, I think Anne from Pretty Pages 71 showed a couple of books from Jeanette, and she does do some on Etsy, so you can print them out yourself, and then, you know, you can use whatever mediums you like. So I'm going to do that. In fact, I did purchase a couple from Jeanette. I think it was Cozy Colouring and Cottage something or another, Cozy Cottage or something. And I purchased them from Etsy. And yeah, I haven't printed them out yet, but I'm definitely wanting to get one done for November. And yeah, my point about that was Wendy got some comments on that initial haul video, things like, don't start colouring in these babyish books clearly made for children and not adults. I have enough channels that I don't bother with due to their simple childish choices of pages. Please don't become one of them. And then, I mean, everyone's entitled to their view. Yeah, that's, you know, fine. You know, we're all entitled to our view. And then there was, I think, some other, was there some other comments? Looking for them. I couldn't waste my time colouring those baby books. And what else? Yes, stuff, basically things like that. But you know what? I don't see them as baby books. I mean, they're still marketed. Excuse me. They're still marketed for teenagers and adults. And there's no wrong with simple colouring, especially, you know, it's your choice, isn't it? It's your choice, whatever makes you happy. And then some people, right, if we're honest about it, excuse me, some people might look at us and say, like, you know, like an everyday person, I wouldn't normally say to my, you know, everyday people out there that, oh yeah, adult colouring is my hobby, because they might have these preconceived ideas. Oh, that's childish, what you colour. Children do that. How come you're doing it? You're an adult. So anyone can view even colouring as being childish. But, you know, I don't really think that's, like, I think, you know, you're into what you're into. People could view colouring, even the colouring like this, as being childish. So I don't think there's anything wrong at all with colouring what you like. It's a hobby at the end of the day. And if you like simpler pages, there's nothing wrong with that. And variety is also the spice of life. And sometimes you choose simpler pages. Like I said, I'm not into the really simple ones. But to me, this, let me just show you again. Where is it? To me, this Love Monsters isn't that simple. I think it's okay. It's an okay level of detail. You've got some detail there. It's not, do you know what I mean? So I don't think this is, it could even get simpler than that. I've seen pages that are like a few lines and that's it. But who cares? Like, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're into. And if you don't personally like it, that's not a problem. But I just think we should just, you know, realise that everyone's got their own views and what they like. And you know what? I wouldn't stop watching any channel just because they coloured a few of the simple colouring books. Because if you think about it, when we watch complete pages, there are always going to be certain books, or even when we watch a colouring channel, there's going to be certain books that we're not into, and we just don't watch. And there'll be certain books that you are into and you will watch. So I think, I don't know, I think them comments were a little bit, you know, you're entitled to your view, but don't say you'll stop watching a channel. I hope you guys won't stop watching my channel if I colour in. If I have a couple of pages a month colouring in the more simpler books compared to the very, very detailed ones. And it just shows you that as human beings, we have such wide variety of interests, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. You know, we can have a wide variety of interests. And I think that's not a bad thing, is it? Like on my channel, you're going to see some really detailed pages, and then you're going to see some simpler images as well. My channel's not going to turn into just colouring in those books or just colouring in detailed books, because I like both. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that yes, I've bought some of the simple colouring books, and I'm going to use, what I'm going to use in them is the ones that I print out. I'm going to use watercolour, and I'm going for the watercolour paints this time. So I'm getting, you know, because I'm going to print it out on watercolour paper or mixed media paper. And then I'm also going to use alcohol markers, and then I'm going to use pencils, and I'm going to use other mediums as well. Basically whatever I can. I might even use oil pastels, because why not? I think you can get oil pastel paper, so I might even delve into seeing if I can purchase paper for pastels especially, and then print it if I can, and then use, you know, oil pastels or even soft pastels as colouring mediums, because the image will be specifically on those, you know, that type of paper that's made for it. So yeah, those are my two things that we're talking about. I hope I haven't ranted on and put you off me, because I'm just trying to be fair. I wanted you to know that you know, I liked that. I'm beginning to like, they're really cute. And as Wendy said as well, I wanted to say this, as Wendy said, you know, those cute Korean books, if you think about it, those cute Korean books are pretty much similar to these sort of books where there's such cute characters. And come on, as an adult, why can't you like cute characters? We love cutie books, don't we? Cutesy books are all the rage, and the only difference, the Korean books are on better paper. This isn't, and this is a little less detailed. But yeah, I'm you know, I'm happy that, like, our colouring, as time goes on, we all change, don't we? We all change, and we all develop our colouring as time goes on. And yeah, I love my detail books. I would not swap them for anything. But I am now wanting to also colour in slightly more simpler books. I mean, there can't be where I just colour in the simpler books, because that's just not me. But I like to have a variety. And as they say, variety is the spice of life. Well, I think they say it. So, yeah, let me know what you are colouring at the moment. And I haven't done a colouring chat for ages, so I just thought I'd do one where I'm talking about when I've got stuff to talk about. So I've got a couple of stuffs. I had a couple of things to talk about, so I thought, why not do it on camera? And so that's what I did. So yeah, what time are we on? Almost 25 minutes, which I think is enough of me ranting on. But yeah. And once again, I just want to say thank you so much for all your support. There would be no YouTube channel without you guys. And I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy your colouring this month. So until next time, guys, take care. Happy colouring. Bye.